Imagine a time when there was no earth, no sky, no stars. Nothing but darkness, silence, and empty space. It might feel hard to picture. But what if, just by speaking, God created everything we see? Everything we know? A question we often ask is, how did everything begin? Now, you might already know that the Bible starts with a story of creation. Many people are familiar with the idea of God creating the world. But sometimes, the story can feel like it's only for people who've read the Bible before, or for those who know all the details. So, what if I told you that no matter where you're starting from, whether you've heard the story many times or this is your first time, this story is for you. It's for anyone who wants to know how the world came to be. How everything we experience was created from nothing. So, let's take a moment together and simply listen to the story of how God created the world. In the beginning, there was nothing. There was no earth, no sky, no stars, no oceans, no animals, no people. There was only God. He was there, with no one and nothing around, but he knew what he wanted to do. And then, God spoke. "Let there be light," he said. And just like that, there was light. It wasn't like the light we know now, but a pure, bright light that filled the empty space. The darkness began to fade, and light filled the void. God saw that the light was good, and so he separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And so, the first day of creation came to an end, and there was evening, and there was morning. The first day. Then, God looked at the earth. It was still covered with water, and it was all a little chaotic. So, God said, "Let there be a space between the waters to separate the waters." God made a beautiful sky above the waters and called this space heaven. And so, the sky stretched over the waters, and the earth became a place where the sky was above and the waters were below. And that was the second day. Evening came, and morning followed, another day. Next, God spoke again. He said, "Let the waters below the sky gather in one place so that dry land may appear." And, just like that, the waters gathered together, and dry land appeared. God called the dry land earth, and the gathered waters he called seas. And when God saw it, he smiled, for it was good. But God wasn't finished yet. He spoke again. "Let the earth produce plants, trees, and flowers, plants that make seeds, and trees that bear fruit with seeds in it." And once more, it was so. The earth came alive with color, and the trees and flowers began to grow. Some trees grew tall, while others spread wide. The earth was full of life. God looked at the trees and flowers and saw that it was good. That was the third day. Then, God turned to the sky. He said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them serve as signs for marking seasons, days, and years. Let them be lights to give light on the earth." And so, the sun shone brightly during the day, and the moon and stars shone at night. The sun was made to rule the day, and the moon, the night. And the stars were scattered across the sky like tiny points of light. God looked at the sun, moon, and stars and saw that it was good. That was the fourth day. The next part of creation was the creatures of the sea and sky. God spoke and said, "Let the waters be filled with living creatures, and let the sky be filled with birds." The seas teemed with fish of all kinds, small fish, large fish, and creatures of the deep. Birds began to fill the sky, flying freely above the earth. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the earth and the seas." And that was the fifth day. Now, it was time for the land to come alive with animals. God spoke once again, saying, "Let the land produce living creatures, each according to its kind, livestock, wild animals, and everything that crawls along the ground." And so it was. The earth was filled with all kinds of creatures, lions, elephants, cows, and snakes. Every animal was made with a purpose. But God wasn't done yet. He had one more creation in mind, one that would be different from all the others. God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so they may rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and the animals on the land." So, God created man. He formed him from the dust of the earth, and he breathed life into him, and man became a living being. God called him Adam. But God didn't stop with just one. From Adam, God created a companion, woman. He called her Eve. She was made to be his partner, to live alongside him, and together, they would take care of the earth and its creatures. God looked at everything he had made, the earth, the seas, the sky, the plants, the animals, and the people, and he saw that it was very good. Everything was perfect. Everything was just as it should be. And on the seventh day, God rested from his work. He didn't rest because he was tired, but because everything was complete. He looked at his creation, and he knew it was good. And so, he blessed the seventh day and made it holy. And that was the story of how God created the world. As we reflect on this story, remember that you are a part of God's creation. Your life has purpose. There's a peace in knowing that everything around us is created with care. No matter where you are on your journey, God's creation reminds us that there is hope. There is beauty, and there is a future. Take a deep breath. Sit with the calmness of this story. And if you feel that spark of peace, it's because that same God who created the world is with you, guiding you, and inviting you into his love. If this story touched you today, feel free to like this video, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might find comfort in the beginning of all things. There's so much more to come, and we'd love to have you here as we explore the stories that shape us. Thank you for joining me today. Take care, and remember, you are part of a beautiful creation.